Hello everyone, this is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. Today is the first day of Nurses Appreciation Week, and I would like to thank all the nurses out there, including my wonderful daughter. And what better way to say thank you and how much we love her by making one of her special meals. Today we are making debone chicken stuffed with mozzarella and roasted peppers. I am going to be taking all the bones out of this chicken. Well, guess what? Instead of talking, I'm just going to show you, okay? Let's get started. I'm going to give you the list of ingredients first. We're going to need mozzarella. I have about a pound of sliced mozzarella, salt, fresh cracked pepper, 2 tablespoons of butter that's going to get softened, a lemon, the juice of a lemon, and about a cup, I would say a cup and a half of roasted peppers. Now, the peppers you could buy already in a jar, but I've done an earlier tutorial on how to roast peppers. I like my own peppers, but if you're if you want to make it quicker, go ahead and just get the jarred peppers. Okay, let's get started. The chicken I have here is about a 3.5 pound organic chicken, so it's not very large. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the butt. Now, you have also 2 very sharp knives and a good pair of scissors. My scissor and knife are from Cutco. Love their cutlery, is really amazing. So I'm going to sit the bird legs up, and I'm going to start working on the back of the chicken, removing the bone. Now, it is good to have an idea of the chicken anatomy just to make it easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to detach the carcass from the meat. And what you don't want to do is you do not want to poke the knife through the chicken. Now, as hard as it seems, I've did it a couple times and I've learned how to do it. Okay, now this recipe was shown to me by a darling lady. She's no longer with us. Her name was Signora Rosa, but they actually called her Doña Rosa because she was an Italian American that migrated first to Argentina and then over here to America. And I had the honor and pleasure of knowing her whole family, and I'm still in contact with her grandchildren, Joe and Sal D'Amore. Sal is an amazing mozzarella making. Hopefully one day we'll do a tutorial together. So I'm working ever so gently to remove the skin from the top carcass. Okay, so gently I keep just moving the tip of the knife. See, like this. And don't worry if there's a little meat left on the carcass, because we're going to make soup tomorrow with the chicken bones and the meat on it. Okay, now I'm going to get to the part where I see the legs. See, now I could already start. Now with the scissor, get yourself helped with the scissor. The scissor is really a great tool. But it just keeps snapping away. Okay, all right, we already reached the leg that's attached to the body right here. See that? Okay, I've detached the first part of the leg. Now I'm going to pull it out like this, and with the little paring knife, just scrape down. Okay, there you go. Where's the part of the joint between the leg and the thigh, I find it easier to just snip away with the scissor. Okay. I'm sorry, I want to want you to be able to see. Okay, this method of deboning the chicken without breaking the skin was first created by a famous Argentinian chef called Doña Petrona, and she was the Julia Childs of Argentina. Look at that. The first leg is free, not a lot of meat. Watch this. Okay, just watch this now. Look at that. See? The leg. Isn't that wonderful? The mozzarella, the peppers are going to be inside. You'll be cutting through the chicken and there's no bones there. It's just fascinating. It's just really exciting. So now I'm going to do the other leg and then move on to the rest of the body. We'll be right back. Don't despair. It looks fine. Look, the carcass is coming out. I removed both legs, so I'm going to continue snipping away. Okay, because now we're going to get to the breast and then the wings. I'll show you how we do the wings too. Anyway, since we're busy doing this, I'm going to go down memory lane a little bit. So this was a special chicken because when we came to America, we lived on top of a deli on a main street in the main street, and the wonderful thing was the deli underneath it was owned by Doña Rosa, Signora Rosa's son, and I learned a lot of the cooking there too also. And also it was so wonderful to be exposed to the different cultures of the people that came in. But I gotta tell you something that was a little sad. For our birthdays, that's when Signora Rosa will make this wonderful chicken for us. So whenever it was our birthdays, instead of getting cake, we would get a Pollo Disossato, is what she would call it, which means boneless chicken. So I'm gonna say about 5 years ago, while I was making this Pollo Disossato and I had 2 of these beautiful chickens in the oven, my mother calls me and says, Alessandra, I hate to do this, but I gotta tell you that Signora Rosa passed away. And it was such an emotional moment and with such sadness, but I told my mom, I said, Mom, as sad as I am, I know that Signora Rosa's memory will always live with us, with me, through the food, because right now I have our chicken in the oven. So that's my story about this amazing Pollo Disossato. I hope you make it with the same love I do and share it with your family. This is one of the main meals we also make on Christmas Day. Okay, so I'm slowly, you see, as it's almost as if you're turning it inside out. So I'm slowly working my way down. Now this should take roughly 10 minutes, not more than that, to finish the chicken totally. Wait till we get to the wishbone further down. Okay, look. Now the part already with the neck is coming up. See that? Okay, so I'm gonna detach this. See, moving down the chicken breast. Okay, there's a little bone right here. I'm gonna snap it from the joint. I'm not gonna lie, these scissors are a blessing. Okay. Scrape the skin off the bone and keep going. Don't be afraid to snap. I'll just take the scissors right here. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn it inside out because I want you to see that it's pretty much done. Now it's just the little wing bones that I want to remove, but I just want to show you. So watch this. Look at this. Just inside out. See that? The legs. Look at that. We get the leg out. Really. There it goes. See that? You literally have all the bones out and the chicken is intact. I have a little bit more here. I have the wishbone to remove and the wing bones. Part of the wing. Let me just move closer to the wing. Well, this is pretty much the drumette of the wing. Okay. And you want to move close to the skin. Okay, the wing you want to work very close to the bone because there's less meat. See, the leg is more forgiving because there's thicker meat around it. So, oh, the dogs are going crazy. Sorry, guys. Okay, first part of the wing taken out. See that? Right there. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, you could leave the smaller bone of the wing in, but guess what? I'm a wing person, so I like that tender part of the meat, and I don't want to be fussy with the bone. So I've learned to slowly work, but to get the wing out too, okay? And you definitely don't want to rip the skin because the stuffing you put in it, you don't want it flowing out through the holes on the skin. Okay, hold on. Gotta get, it's a little slippery. You definitely don't want to cut yourself, so always work the knife away from you. Never towards you, always away. It's just hard right around where the, let's say the ligaments are, but then it just becomes really easy once. Again, work very close to the skin. Very, very close. Okay, yeah, then snap it. That's it, watch this now. See that, how beautiful? Now let's get the other side done. Okay, so took the other wing out. It's perfect. Look at this. What I'm going to do is trim a little bit of the excess fat around the back of the, you don't need all this fat hanging. What I will also do, I'm gonna need a needle and a thread. I'm gonna stuff it and then I'll need to stitch it up, close both ends, okay? I'm gonna wash my hands, I'll be right back. Putting away the bones with some of the meat on it. Tomorrow I'll make a soup, or if I don't get around doing that, I'll just boil it up for the dogs. The extra skin I'm just gonna throw out, but I'm putting right there for now. Move it out of the way. So also, I use a baking tray. It's just easier to not contaminate everything. A lot of times I will put gloves on it. I just wanted a better grip of the chicken today. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is salt it. Now, like you see, even the roasted peppers here, everything I have here is, if it's not gonna go in the chicken, you're gonna have to throw it out because you've been touching the raw chicken and you're gonna put the peppers in the chicken. So if once this, I'm gonna put them all in, but I'm just saying, make sure you put your quantity out so you're not playing or thinking of putting the chicken back, okay? Okay, just got an assistant for the pepper. She crushed the pepper in my hand and I'll rub it everywhere, okay? Now it's time to start putting the mozzarella and the peppers in. Grab a nice chunk of mozzarella, put some peppers on it, and just start immediately in. The leg is the first piece. Just stuff it in there. See that, like that. Just put it in. Another piece of mozzarella. Okay, now let's do this leg too. Get the mozzarella, put the peppers in, roll it up, and just place it in the leg. Stuff it in nice and deep all the way to the tip. Okay. Now I'm going to, maybe you could see it like this. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the breast. Kind of like want to open it up a little bit. So you put mozzarella, mozzarella, more mozzarella, and the pepperoni, and the peppers go right in. Ecco qua. See that? Oh, the pepper and mozzarella combination, you all know it. It makes the best sandwich. So why wouldn't it be the best in a chicken? Once you eat a chicken like this, oh, you never go back to eating. It's a little piece of a bone here. I'm just gonna pull it out. Not a bone, just a little cartilage. Okay, like that. So more peppers, and what I'm going to do now is stitch this cavity, this side closed, and then I'll work on the other side. Okay, so just took me 10 minutes to thread the needle, which is great. That means I'm totally going blind. And then my darling husband came to the rescue. So I got needle and thread, and here we go. Now that should be another video, the stitch one. I'm only kidding. Okay. Let's go. You just pull front to back till you go all the way across. It's rather simple. Okay, just pick the bottom and the top and pull through. Bottom and top and pull through. There you go. Okay, almost done stitching it along. Now, one more thing. The original recipe does not come with potatoes, but if you cut up a couple potatoes at the bottom of the pan, and I'll show you later, oh boy, those potatoes are delicious. I'll show that to you once we're done with stitching, stuffing and stitching. Okay, here it goes. Take a look. Done. Okay, so I'm going to work at the top of the chicken where the neck was, with the beginning of the breast, okay? So I'm just going to open it up a little bit so I can put my, again, the mozzarella and the pepper. And you want to try to reach like into the wing also, like this. Take a look at that. You see that? Oh, nice and beautiful all the way in. A little more pepper inside. And now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so the other wing is done too. I also want to tell you a little something that I do that you only learn from experience. When I buy a fresh mozzarella and we don't eat it up, and there's half left or quarter left, what I do is I throw it in a plastic bag and into the freezer. So like that, when I'm ready to cook, I'm making a lasagna or the chicken, I always have fresh mozzarella to use for my cooking. Okay, now I'm gonna finish it off with the peppers. I'm not going to lose the juice. Remember, it's not oil. This is the juice that came out from the peppers. And please refer to the video that I did earlier this week. Okay. I'm gonna give it another slice of mozzarella. Now to the stitching, okay? It goes fairly easy. Okay, just went through. Let me make a knot. I think that's one of the first things I learned as a little girl, how to knot the thread from my grandmother that I'm crocheting. And you never forget. These things that you learn as a child, you never forget them. Let gravity do its job. This is one stuffed chicken, let me tell you. I always, every year I keep contemplating of doing my turkey like this. But then, as it gets closer to Thanksgiving, we usually don't do one large turkey. We do two smaller ones because one with stuffing and one without. And then I just don't have the courage because the kids, the children, my husband, they so love the traditional meal that I hate to deviate from it. So that's the reason why we don't do this. I don't debone the turkey. Look at it now. Just like, look at this. Is this fabulous or what? Okay, this is not my fault. The skin was just cut along the side, and so. But anyway, on to the next step. Okay, the chicken is all ready. The butter is soft like this. What you're gonna do is you're going to just rub the butter all over the chicken like this. Perfect. You could even use a little bit less butter. You don't need all this much. This was about 2 tablespoons. Guess what? I'm not even going to use it all. I think it's fine like this, okay? Because the chicken skin already has its fat. Okay, now I am going to put in, let me just rinse my hands. I have 3 small potatoes. I'm just going to add them. You can certainly put more. Try to make them the same size so they cook evenly. Okay, now this is done. The next thing is I am going to sprinkle some salt on it. Actually, you know what? More than sprinkle, I'm gonna kind of rub it on. Final ingredient is the lemon. Just stab the lemon a little bit. God, I'm really cruel today. I deboned the chicken, snapped the bones off. Now I'm stabbing the lemon. Believe me, I'm a nice lady. I'm just when it comes to cooking, I'm a little fearless. But otherwise, overall, I'm really a nice lady. That's all. You need 1 lemon squeezed, no oil. You put the butter, that's plenty. And you'll see how wonderful and juicy this chicken is going to be. Next up is going to be, we're going to be covering it with aluminum foil. I put my oven on 375 and let it start cooking, and we'll check it in about 40 to 50 minutes. Let's take a look. 50 minutes have passed, and let's see how it's looking. Wow, looks great. I'm just going to take it out of the oven. Wow, and just drizzle some of the juice on top. Oh, I wish you could smell the combination of the lemon, the mozzarella, and the roasted peppers. Now I'm gonna put it back in the oven and leave it to finish cooking uncovered. Let's take a look. Another 40 minutes have passed, but I could smell it. I think it is ready. Oh, wow. Here it is. Take a look at that. Take a look at this. Okay, dinner's ready. So happy. Made the no knead bread that's also on my website, and the chicken is ready, and on a Yolanda salad too. It's a great side dish for our chicken. Now, the beauty is that this chicken is, let me just put some of the juice on top, is this. When you cut through it, I want you to be able to see what I mean, that it has no bones. Take a look at that. Look at that. This is the legs, guy. Look at the piece of the leg. There's no bone. It's just fabulous. Okay? So, of course, I'm going to serve myself a little piece so I could taste it and let you know. Okay, a little bit of the juice. This is beyond delicious. If this is not labor of love, I don't know what is. Please, if you like what you see, there's a little red button, subscribe, try my recipes. I cook with love, and I want you to do the same. Until next time, ciao ciao, arrivederci, a presto, buon appetito.